This is Steve Robbins. Welcome to the Get It Done Guys quick and dirty tips to work less and do more. Today's topic is heresy pure and simple. Yes, I have a super successful podcast about personal productivity, but oddly, I'm not a huge proponent of unbridled productivity. Today we're going to explore why. This is the stuff they made me take out of the first draft of my book, Get It Done Guys, 9 Steps to Work Less and Do More, for fear that it was too controversial. My stance on morality. In the last couple of years, employers have figured out that you can work salaried employees harder and harder without paying them anything extra. So by increasing productivity, they could pay everyone the same, but make a lot more profit for shareholders. So for years now, we've preached the gospel of productivity without mentioning better pay or shorter hours. Now, I happen to think that employees should share in any benefit created by becoming more productive. So now that you know where I stand, let's get down to what it means to be productive. How productivity should work. You currently do 20 units of work each day. It takes 5 days at that rate to produce 100 units. Then you figure out how to increase efficiency to 25 units a day. Now you can produce 100 units in 4 days. So you should get the 5th day off with pay since you are still producing the same amount for the company. Or you can still work 5 days a week, but now you're producing 125 units. That means the company is selling 25% more, getting that much more profit. You're still working 5 days, but you should be getting some of that profit too, since you're producing more in the same amount of time. But not in the 21st century, you don't. This is the future. These days, they see that you produce 25 more units a day, they fire your cubicle mate, who never bathed, so you're glad they're gone, and they expect the newly productive you to cover both of those jobs. And no raise, of course. All the profits go to the companies and shareholders. After all, you should be happy you still have a job. Make productivity look inefficient. When you get more productive, what does that actually look like? Well, you finish your work more quickly and you have free time. So you grab your latest copy of X-Men, put your feet up on your desk, and you start reading. Why? Because you're more productive and have extra time. That's why. But your boss sees something different. There you are reading a comic book with your feet on the desk. Do they think, now there's a productive employee who deserves a raise? Of course not. They think, why did I get stuck with this lazy jerk who isn't working hard? I need to reduce their salary or give them more work. This actually happened to me at my first job. My manager chastised me for not working on weekends. I pointed out that I got all my work done during the work week and had met every single goal on schedule. He didn't care. Seeing me working Saturdays was how he judged productivity. Actual work output had nothing to do with it. When you find a way to increase your productivity, do it, but don't make it obvious. If there's any way to work from home part-time, do it. You can do your super productive work while you're at home, and as far as anyone knows, you're putting in a full 8-hour day. In reality, you're doing 8 hours worth of work in 23 minutes, and then you're relaxing in the hot tub that you built during all that time you saved. If you must work at the office, get your work done in 20 minutes and spend the rest of the day rushing around with a worried expression, clearly being productive, or actually be productive, but in a way that serves you. Advance your career by building strong relationships with others in the company. Learn new skills, make contacts throughout your industry, go to conferences. That way, when your boss is feeling threatened by how productive you look, which is different from how productive you are, and they try to sabotage your career, you can call on all of your allies to have your boss banished to the fiery pits of Mordor while you get a promotion. Guard your slack. You may want to let people know that your productivity has given you more time, so they give you more to do. You won't get paid more, but you can start building your empire. Soon, everything will be under control. Yours. But beware, because your great productivity tools and techniques help you juggle 20 different projects without dropping them. You feel powerful. You feel great, but be afraid. Be very afraid. Those projects are covered with razor-sharp spikes, and they can land on your feet if you drop them. It starts with a tiny fluctuation. Project 1 is delayed a day because the Oompa Loompas are on strike. Well, so you have to delay the Project 1 launch by a week. Oh dear, but that pushes it right into the Project 5 requirements gathering phase. You reschedule requirements to the following week, which is the wrap-up week for Project 9. One minor Oompa Loompa labor dispute causes a domino effect among 19 unrelated projects. And guess who gets crushed under the final domino? That would be you. Make sure that even if you choose to use your productivity to take on more work, you leave enough slack in your responsibilities so that you can handle the unexpected. Slack time isn't a luxury. It's a critical part of successful project management. Check your destination. Once you're uber productive, you'll get where you're going much faster. Now, that's a good thing if you're going towards the wondrous land of milk and honey. You'll get there really fast. Or maybe it's not so great. Have you ever actually slammed into a vat of milk and honey at 60 miles an hour? It is not pleasant. It only sounds fun. And it only sounds fun if you really don't think about it very closely. So regularly ask yourself, if I'm more productive at what I'm doing, where will I end up? You might end up tied to a single project for the next 5 years because you're too valuable where you are. Or if your team is slated for layoff after you release your project, the faster it launches, the faster you're out of a job. If you're self-employed, check your destination often. You might get so productive with social media, for example, that you send out a gazillion tweets in just 1 hour a week. Well, that's 52 hours a year. And if tweets don't get you business, it's 52 hours a year that you wasted efficiently. Productivity is great, but only when you share the benefit. Make sure that others around you perceive you as productive, not lazy. Keep busy with your free time, either by working from home and turning free time into quality of life, or by building stronger relationships at the office. If you do take on more work, preserve your slack time, and most of all, make sure that the productivity is taking you somewhere worthwhile. This is Steve Robbins. Follow Get It Done Guy on Twitter and Facebook, and be sure to check out worklessanddomore.com to see a video clip from my informational, dramatic, inspiring two-person musical about personal productivity, finding your path in life, zombies, and Oreo ice cream cake. Work less, do more, and have a great life.